Inspiration is the highest human act. Your ability to shift somebody's trajectory in life, open their eyes, or open their heart is very powerful. And we're all inspiring somebody or something. There's always something that's looking up to us, whether they're trying to take notes, get advice, trying to fix something in their life. You never know why somebody is looking at you for inspiration for a certain characteristic that you have. So it's important that we surround ourselves with positive influences and we nurture and promote other positive influences, right? Because a lot of times in music, especially in today's music, hip hop culture, we promote and highlight a lot more of the negative than we do the positive. And in those instances, they're inspiring other people to follow the path of negative, in other words, right? Because they aren't articulating themselves in a way that shows the duality of the situation. Because with every good, there's a bad, right? With every, negative, there's a positive. When you only focus on one side of the equation, you're inspiring people to focus their attention on that side. Whatever side you choose to focus your attention, whoever's looking up to you for inspiration, that's what they're going to focus on too. Like I know for me, my inspirations starts at my family, right? Family base. My mama, for one, the way that she holds it down, she's still holding it down. Respectable. Like I can really take inspiration from the way that it's just hard work, dedication. My father, same thing with him, right? I could take a whole lot of lessons just from the way that he's maneuvered and handled himself as a man with integrity and morals, right? My grandfather, inspiration. That man put out the first rap album. That man is like a living legend. He is a walking legacy. Just that foundation within itself. My inspirations are like amazing. My auntie, man, always went her whole life taking care of people. I just talked to her a couple days ago, and she's like in her 60s, about to hit 70s. No kids, right? She spent her whole life. First, she was taking care of her mama. Then it transitioned to taking care of my mama. And then it transitioned to taking care of her sister. She's been nurturing people her whole life. She's a very loving person. That's inspirational. It's not very hard to find inspiration. Now, the key thing is what you're paying attention to in people so you can find inspiration. If I was to step outside of the family root base, bro, right there, Nipsino, yes, sir. Big inspiration, right? To see somebody go to the level that he did independently, coming from where we come from, that's big ups. I remember as a kid, I was sitting at this car wash with my mom, and I was about 10, 11, maybe 12, right? We sitting there, it's a get out type of car wash, so you got to get out the car while they, do their thing. So we're sitting there, and I look up, and I see this all black Maybach, right? Let me remind you, I'm dead smack in the hood, like ghetto, like I'm there. It's 54th and what, like I think that's 8th or something like that. It's a car wash right there. It's right off, Crenshaw and Slauson. I look up, I see this all blacked out Maybach sitting right there. I know money when you see, when you're in that community, especially as a kid, when money is around you, you can tell, right? You don't even know what it is. It just looks expensive, right? It just looks too nice, right? And it caught my attention. I was like, "Ooh, what is that?" Right? So I looked at my mom immediately, right? I was like, "Mama, who car is that?" Like I put it down. I was like, "Mama, who car is that? Like that? What is that? Like, I need answers because that's not normal." And she stopped for a second. She started looking around, and then she got to like the corner of the gas station. She was like, "Oh, it's Nipsey's. He's over there in the corner." So I look over, and this is when he had like the braids going, I think no facial hair, like he was really young then, right? And I see 2, 3 more blacked out Maybachs parked, lined up. And he's sitting there rapping, or not rapping, a girl sitting there rapping to him, freestyling to him. And I just see him over there smiling, just vibing out. It was like this dyke or like this stud was sitting there just going crazy. And I looked over, I was like, interesting. Okay. Right. And I wanted to walk up, right? But I was very nervous. I was very timid. And I was like, nah, it's okay. I could just let this pass, right? And then I remember my little sister went to Marcus Garvey with his daughter, and they were like hella cool. So almost every single day after school, picking up London from school, we hear Imani this, me and Imani did this, whatever the case may be, right? Um, it was very interesting, because he was present. You get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't this, like, he isn't in the scene, you didn't know who he was, you didn't see it, like the inspiration was in your face, like you knew how to get to this person, and that was so inspirational, bro. Like, he even shot the music video to Rap Niggas in the same, it's crazy, the auntie that I was talking about, that I said took care of everybody in her life like a couple minutes ago, he shot the video to Rap Niggas in front of her door at that apartment building, right? I used to be in there so much as a kid because I would leave Hyde Park, this elementary, or like this little charter school around the corner of Hyde Park, Kershaw, taking me straight back over there to my not granny, but TT's house on 60th and 8th. Like, it's just like certain things. I was like, seeing him do what he did was inspirational, really another level of marathon, which is probably explains my musical pull, right? I feel like music has really showed me a lot about dedication, hard work, persistence, passion, legacy, etc. The musical legends have showed me that. I don't know about you guys, but I try not to allow myself to sit in the energy of low frequencies for too long. Even with certain music, I'll be listening to music and I won't say certain lines. I'll shut up during a certain verse or something like that, right? Just off the way that I don't like the energy that person's speaking on. He does it a lot too. Like, sometimes I just be quiet, or I'll skip the song, or I'll go do something different because I'm cautious of what I'm intaking. Because what you intake, good or bad, will inspire you. Whatever you intake will inspire you. This video is going to inspire you. It's going to inspire you to pay more attention, and it's going to inspire you to surround yourself around more positive influences, because they have a direct correlation on what happens in your life, right? Like, you really have to be yourself, because you never know what quality about you is going to inspire the next person to heal, grow, be better, whatever the case may be, right? So always shed light on your positive. I'm not saying that, ignore your negative, because people may take inspiration from the fact that you went from negative to positive, right? Which is why I'm saying, be true to you, but be cautious of what you're promoting, especially as an artist, influencer, creative, brand owner, entrepreneur. Even entrepreneurs, y'all have a lot of influence. Be careful of how you're inspiring, influencing, and promoting yourself on the internet, because people are going to be making real life decisions, real life critical thinking, life-changing moments and decisions based upon some things that you said, and they may not even be cautious of it, which is why the power of the tongue, the power of the word, and being a true influencer is a very big responsibility. You're responsible for people's lives. If you tell them something ignorant, you don't know where that seed landed in their subconscious, in their conscious, and how that's going to play out in their life. So, as somebody who puts out music, puts out art, makes people feel, anything in that realm, even selling, the process of selling, you're making people feel. Make sure it is rooted in positive, the positive inspiration. If you're going to speak on something negative, if you're going to highlight something negative, make it a little bit positive. You feel me? At least like spin it off, put a little spin off to it or something like that. Just try to inspire people to walk towards the lake. Don't put a bag over their head. Or don't look at the people who have a bag over their head and just walk by them, when all you have to do is just lift the bag up and go about your day. That's all I want y'all to do. Inspire the next person like you were inspired. I love y'all.